podcast.
Ah,
Yes, we're
yes.
elevating, we're growing.
Yeah, most
Um,
definitely.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be a part of the show again. Shout out to Shay Gibson. She's running a little bit behind at this particular moment. She's the second host of the show. She'll be in shortly. Um, what's up, though,
Mm.
King?
Hey man, tell me about it. Tell me about it. So much going
What's
on in
up,
this
though?
world today,
The title of this the title the title of this one is called the Ego, King.
man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw that. The
This one is
ego.
called the ego.
Yeah, the ego.
Yeah, and
Where you
the
want to
funny
go?
thing
Where you
about the
want to go with
ego,
it?
you can
Yeah,
add centricity to it.
yeah. Well,
You can add testicle to it.
okay.
You can add whatever you want to add to it.
well, let's
And
let
I
well
feel
let's
like
ask this. Let me
the
ask this
thing,
question: how is the ego playing into what is going on in the current affairs of the day? What's going on today? How does it
oh,
fit in?
oh, you putting me in the hot seat. Um,
I mean, your perspective,
Honestly,
because it's your world. It says old for counsel, young for war. So how do you see things from your young eyes? And you out there, you're in Chocolate City. You're going about. You got a lot of friends that talk to you. What is the conversation like among the young warriors? Let the old elder know.
it it flickers.
Okay,
It flickers back and forth,
okay.
and the reason why I said flickers back and forth, because a few of us, or a lot of us, I should say, are aligned, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the ones that are aligned tend to differ from the ones that are not aligned. And what ego is doing, it creates this false sense of identity, right?
Mm,
And it's like you create a defense mechanism for everything that's going on around you.
mm-hmm.
So here you are calling yourself a slave, but yet you've never been a slave. You've never worked in the field. You don't understand the terminology of slavery, but what somebody else ingested into you, right?
Okay, okay.
Um, they told you was a slave 400 years ago. You never stopped and took time to actually enter over and understand
Or investigate.
what are they talking about,
Right,
right?
right,
Are you a servant?
right.
Um, a lot of us believe, due to certain books that we ingest,
Mm-hmm.
slavery was abolished a while ago. I, for one, don't believe slavery is abolished. I
Yes,
believe
yes.
slavery was conformed into something different.
Well, good point, because to me, slavery was, first of all, from the origin of what the word slavery, where it come from, the etymology. It says it's a Russian word from Slav, and it pertains to a particular people at that time. Though it has evolved or uh, manifested in something else, it- same thing, different label.
Yeah,
Yeah,
corporations, where it still pertains to contracts,
right,
because
exactly,
back then it was contracts, right?
right. Yeah,
Um, and it's still contracts to this day,
everything operates on a contract, even that thing we call a driver's license.
i.e., your job, right?
Yeah, your job. Yeah.
Okay,
Guess what? We're broke. Joe.
so so we 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 gravitate to everything that don't concern us. There's nothing wrong with separating yourself from something because it's not of you,
Right.
right? And I take it one step further, right? Um, some might say, "Oh, we lack leaders today," right? But as a leader, I would ask, "Where am I leading you to?"
Right.
If you
That
lack the information, where am I leading you to?
right.
Because until you step within yourself and start with yourself, you're still blind to what's going on, right?
Do you understand your destiny?
That's rhetorical, or that's for me.
That's what I'm putting out before the people, because we always talk about this, that, but first of all, do we have an agenda? And what is the ultimate goal? What are we trying to reach with this thing, with this process? I mean, life itself is like it's like being in a lab. It's a test. What are you trying to create, and what are you looking to obtain from that what you create? Where's it going to, like you said, your destiny, your path? Where am I leading you to? How can I lead somewhere and I don't know where I'm going?
Right? Man, that stands for nothing, falls for everything, correct?
Right.
And I feel like whenever they want to change something, I keep saying it this way. I guess it won't be nice if you don't have so-called blacks, right? Like, in a twisted way, it's like we acknowledge and sign off on everything,
Mm-hmm.
but yet we play victim to
To everything.
everything.
Yeah. I like that
How
word.
how do you get the strongest, purest, original form of people on this vibration you call Earth,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, the living organism. Okay.
To stoop so low that they forget who they really are, right? And why is it that they stated, let me put it in a book and hide it from them,
But it ain't here.
right? We're
Mm-hmm.
fighting for equality.
Of
Why?
what? Why? Good question. Why? Equality of what?
To go along, to move with the Joneses, to be considered one with the Joneses.
So we need the approval of the Joneses for us to be considered as a person or a people or a nation.
That's what it seems like, right? So the people that differ in their mental Rolodeck, we tend to title them a certain name. Oh, you're a
Right.
clone. Oh, you're not a part of us. This, that, and the third,
Mm-hmm.
right? When we don't even understand the very linguistics we use.
No, we don't, because we don't study, we don't research, and we don't go and do analyzations of the words we use, because these are not words we are originally part of our makeup. These some we have been indoctrinated with by somebody else based on their concept and ideology, how they think life ought to be. But you don't find a gazelle trying to tell a lion how his life ought to be, when they're definitely enemies by nature.
But
Why do we look to a people or a group to give us identity when we're not all the same? Even if your skin color, skin color is like mine, we still are not all the same.
everybody has a part to play, right?
Yeah.
And some
First,
people
you need
want
to
to
know
play their
yourself.
part. Some people want to play that part together. They want to hold hands and sing kumbaya, right?
Kumbaya won't get it this time of day, you know. And we shall overcome. We ain't overcome by now. We were saying we shall overcome back in the 60s. Here it is, 2020. We ain't overcame yet.
Turn the other cheek.
No. Yeah, turn the other cheek. When you turn that cheek, you look up and there, they got a rope around your neck.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, King.
Uh-huh.
Ego.
Ego.
How does the ego fall into everything that's taking place in the present
What,
moment?
what I need to understand, understand is what your definition of ego, based on whose definition. That my boy, Rich Lamar. All right, I love you, Rich. Once again, remember,
Right.
based on another person's definition, we're trying to answer a question. But first of all, what is your definition of the word ego? So if I come out, we know where I'm going, because my definition, understanding of it, may not be the same as yours, based on our school of thought and our education. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
one has to be, when you ask a question, I've got to understand and understand where you're coming from. What is your definition? Almost like a spelling bee. Okay, give me the origin of the word. Can you get to me in a sentence? What are you asking me?
For me, my definition states that the ego doesn't exist. It's not a real it's not a real, it's not even a person. It's something you conjure. It's an illusion,
Okay, so
right?
me, so is it a principle? Or is it an action? I mean, what is it? Because evidently it's got life because word take on a life once it's created and an energy is put into it. It takes on life. It becomes a thing or an object that's in motion. So yes, the ego, you may call it an illusion, but everybody is using the word and reacting to it. So now they made it a reality where it might have not have been. So help me. Now you say it's an illusion. Okay, it's an illusion, but everybody is using it as though it's a fact of a reality. How do I dispel that?
I mean, first of all, it was conjured in the 1707, right?
Conjured, okay.
It was used as a terminology for metaphysics. The definition, etymology, therefore, is the self that which feels, acts, or thinks. Right?
Right, right.
It comes from the Latin term ego. Right?
The
Yeah,
id, right?
yeah,
Identity.
yeah.
Okay,
It cognates with the Old English IC. C. It's used to imply in idiocy.
okay.
Right?
And we're reading a
Okay.
definition given us by some religious scholar who say that's what it is. Now, if you go
Okay.
get another one, he might turn the whole thing around. But to you personally, how does it fit into the scheme of things?
And
Energy.
personally,
Yeah,
personal
energy.
personally, how it fits into energy, to me, it's like us forming a line with 10 people.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, hey, MEN-talRollaDeK have a live today that's starting at 10.
Mm-hmm.
By the time that shit hit the back of the line, that's not the same thing that's stated at the
And it's
beginning of the
all
line.
right, right.
It loses its value and becomes watered down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a stagnant thing.
So
People gravitate to this and use it as an excuse
that's
to
my
run away from them actually taking accountability for them damn self and what they're doing. Oh, that's not of me. So who the hell is it of?
that's my now you're going where I'm going. So, and that's still what? That is your identity mark. That's the mark that you so well, that ain't none of me. Why is it not none of you if you acting like it? If you're fulfilling what the definitions say it is, who to say it's not because you're acting out what they say the definition of the word is or the action is. You know, I had an issue with a young preacher. Have you remember those games Simon Says?
Oh man.
I'm going back. Rick Lamar might know. Used to be an old game called Simon Says.
We all know that. Simon says take two steps back and one forward.
And Simon said, and eventually you'll say something that Simon didn't say, right?
Yep,
And you throw the whole thing off, right? So we
absolutely.
got people out here, they saying all this, and when it comes to it, God ain't saying shit.
Where they getting
God
that?
said this
Where
and
they
God said that. And God, I asked what God, because that there again, that's an illusion. It's an ego thing because they want to accept what they say. And as being a preacher for 48 years, we say, and God told me to tell you, and God ain't said shit.
Oh, you playing the middleman, huh? You
That's
creating
what I
them.
mean. Come on, because you want people to accept. So you say, and God said, why you think you put the word holy on the Bible when the word Bible only means Bible only means book? Any book you pick up is Biblos. Why they put the word holy on it?
But look at this though. To
Okay,
to stay within the you of ego, right?
right.
How do they bait a so-called Aboriginal man every single time? They already got your marker. They know how to wind you up and have you walk, right?
Yeah.
Look at how consistent is the baits, because they've been using the same baits in different forms,
Why change the game if it's still working? Why
right?
change the playbook if they ain't stopped the play? We had a coach. His name was Coach Day, and I played ball at GW Executive across the county. We had 7 plays. He said, "Ain't the change? They ain't stopped the first one yet." So why not change the playbook if you ain't stopped the first play? It and religion is still doing what it even set out to do from day one. It's all based on opinion and ego. Somebody's ego or ideology.
And the next thing too is you take it into centricity with the self-centeredness,
Yeah.
have us believing everything that we utter or spew is more valuable than the next person, right? And we have the correct term, and this is how you should be, and this is how you
Right.
should live, and this is how you
Right.
should do this, and this is how you should do that, right? But within the same breath, at the end of the day, you said, what's the plan? What are you really fighting for? Are you really fighting for free, dumb, or are you really fighting against racists, or is it really a race?
Let's go back. First word. What is the definition of freedom? What I want to be free. What is the definition? The etymology of the word free, and the word is dumb. Freedom. Okay? Free, compound, word dumb. What does freedom mean? Give me the Black Law Dictionary definition for the word freedom. What is a free person?
You got me in there trying to put work in, huh?
Hey, well, no, the queens are not here. We put them to work. But these people, they say
How,
liberalism, free. Go ahead. Sorry.
so freedom in the etymology of the word is power of self-determination, state of free will, right?
Yeah.
Emancipation from slavery and deliverance,
Right.
right? Free, adjective, plus dumb, meaning exception from, right?
Huh?
Arbitrary, right?
Yeah.
So hold on. I got you with the Black Law version of it, because I gotta get up out my seat. Rich, talk to me, baby. What's up?
What's happening,
Rich,
Kings?
come on, Rich. You gotta come on here, boss man. Come on, talk to me. What's up?
What's happening,
What's
Rich?
happening?
I'm waiting for y'all to talk about hogs and chickens.
What?
So, in the in the Black Law Dictionary, pretty much is the state of being free, right? Liberty,
Uh-huh.
self-determination, absence of restraint, the opposite of slavery, right? The power of acting in the character of a moral personality, according to, right,
Uh-huh.
the dictates of the will, without other check, hindrance, or prohibitance, right?
Right. So is anybody free? Hell no. Not
then
because
su-
of definition.
then such as be imposed just and my fault, necessary laws, and the duty of social life,
Right.
right?
So where you free at? We're governed by laws, policies that tell us how to walk, when to get up. Don't do this. So you're not what? You ain't free. You run
Scratch
to a stop sign, go and run through it.
scratch your ass,
Hello?
take a shit.
Yeah.
Rich
So
says Rich says one of the most beautiful thing, and it's funny, and we laugh about it every time, right?
yeah.
And nobody ever look at it beyond a deeper sense than I. He said, remember when we were kids and we wanted to grow? He's like, we can't wait to get older. We can't wait to be adult,
Yeah.
because we thought being an adult was right.
You're right.
And we became adults, and we becoming adults. We never had more parents than we have now, right? You look at your job, you got a manager, supposedly
Uh-huh.
a supervisor, supposedly you got to talk to HR, you got to talk to accountants, you got to talk to this, you got to talk to that, right?
Right.
You have like 100 different parents, and we joke about stuff like that,
You
right?
know, it's ironic to say because my mother would say, when you get too grown to stay under my house, get your own place, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I jump up, I go join the military, join the Air Force. I had more parents then I had when I left the house. You know?
Right. And how much did we cry in our rooms? And I can't wait till I'm age 21. Can't wait to get out of this mess, man. I hate her. I used to be crying and be like, I hope she fall in the kitchen and die, so I can
Yeah.
be free.
Everybody wish death on their parents.
You know,
18. And then when I got 18 and 21, I got me a job and I was like, yeah, I'll be able to get me a car now and my own apartment. I'll need a couple more checks. And then I got my check and I was like, oh man, I made $1,000, man. Oh, back then that was a lot of money. So it was like, oh, and then after they said, check out FICA, Psycha, Leica, Psycha, Waka, Waka, Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, IRS. I had like 200 something dollars left.
say what happened?
And I was like, man, this is what I've been waiting for.
Come on.
The older I got, the more I found out how screwed up things was. The more I found out that you never pay anything off.
No.
The more I found out that I'm just contributing to this to the oppressor. The more I found out I'm a collaborator with the violator.
But look at this, Rich. Are you aware that those taxes that's being removed from your check has nothing to do with the IRS?
Yeah, you know what? Income tax is a fraud. Tax is a fraud.
Now, but before you go there, you gotta look at what I'm saying. The taxes that you pay on your check, right? You can touch base on saying the IRS and income taxes are fraud because in actuality, underneath their statutes and codes, only corporations supposed to pay taxes, right? But you're paying
Yeah,
tax,
but
but you're paying taxes. So those taxes are being set by the corporation, and they deem how much they charge and how much you don't believe what I'm saying. I know you don't. I know you work for yourself, but for those of you that actually have a job and don't believe what I'm saying, put in 100 hours in overtime
Oh, you don't get
and,
nothing.
and get the fattest check ever, and then collect that, and then wait till your next paycheck and see what happens. The taxes inflate. That has nothing to do with the IRS. Because at the end of the day, right? Why you think they gave you a W-2 so you can pay the IRS. So how is it the IRS that's withdrawing the taxes that's coming off of your paycheck?
how about figuring it? How about uncovering, not discovering, that uh, they never pay you. They never pay you because everything they pay you, you give them back.
Rich, you're talking about the
Every
ego. Cut it out, man.
no, it's like it's so scary. I remember being in the music business, right? And
Oh God.
people be in the hallway who had hit records, and it's like, man, the record been number one for months, and they's like, we ain't got no royalty checks yet. They've been getting their royalty checks, but they haven't been seeing them. And so what they used to give them, they used to call it hallway money. And they meet them in the hallway, be like, look, take this $5,000, go down to Jamaica, have some fun. When you come back, we straighten everything out. And they never got paid.
It's clogged in the pipeline. It's clogged
Yeah,
in the
it's like
pipeline.
it's like once you sign that contract, which is on
Mm,
the track, be kind.
mm.
Why they love contracts. You got to watch their wording and codes. Contracts,
Con,
mortgage.
con.
But look at
It's
this.
a eh.
But look at this though, King. We're lying to ourselves as well. We're lying to ourselves as well. We play this victim psychological game over and over. It's like we milked it so long, man. Like we forgot that we're strong people. It's like,
Yeah, but here's the thing. When I was depressed and suicidal and sick and going through a divorce and and just a mess, I had I had to pull out of it by the grace of the holy immeasurable. I came out of it through nature and learning that and seeing that firsthand. I uncovered that don't nobody do anything to you unless you let them.
Mm.
It was my fault that I was fat. It was my fault that I was sick. Now, our parents fed us milk and cheese and bacon. if they knew that was wrong, they wouldn't have done it. So, you can be a victim of ignorance, but when you start making your own choices, look, when you start signing them contracts and you compromise your peace, it's your damn fault.
Rich, but it's not you. No, it's not you. That's not of me. So how you gonna say it's my fault? That's not me. That's my ego.
No, see the see the ego, the ego is a manifestation of insecurity.
Mm.
But wait, Rich, no, Rich, that's my ego. Rich, what are you talking about? I'm not insecure. My ego is insecure.
Yeah,
Your,
who feels it? Who feels it though?
yeah, your ego is from that egg. That's why they call it ego.
Really? No, but you sure you sure my brain is connected to my heart? Like
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
that's
Heart
my
bone
ego.
connected to the ego bone connected to the fear bone, the fear bone connected to the
With all jokes and bullshit aside though, Kings, I need y'all to look at something like this, right? We we're not the only one that are victims, right? Because in order for this to actually work, they have to put a few of their own people under the same spell, right?
Well, the culture casualties. Well, you got culture casualties. Got to make it be with anything. You
Okay,
got guys that gonna get sacrificed for a cause. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So looking at it from that
Gotta sell it. Mhm.
format,
Yeah.
do you really feel like that everybody that's not of your pigmentation actually really hates or dislike you?
Wait a minute. I'm glad you said that. You can't help the color skin you was born in. You had no choice in the matter. So why run around getting mad because you came in the world and I came another? When you had no direct choice in the matter.
That's why you watch every single day the real them, they mouth dispelled all this tastelessness and nasty shit, and then the ego come back and say, I'm sorry, I didn't understand what I was saying.
Yeah.
When like come on, do we study? And I'm not talking about studying book.
No.
They know you, so they study you. They know what makes you tick. They know how to make you cry. They know how to get under your skin. They know how to hit your woman to affect you, and sometimes they hit your women and it don't even affect you because there's something unbalanced about your damn self as well, because
What's your woman?
you're running around thinking, yo, I'm bigger than the woman.
How do you know it's your woman though?
Why? Because she has the same same
No,
skin.
whatever, just because you have the same color skin don't make us be kin. So if something's not innately the connection when something happened, how do I know she's mine? Of my same persuasion mindset. How do we know? Are we on the same frequency? How do we know?
So many doors, which one to walk through.
Mm-hmm.
um
And that's the thing about life. We have to know who we are and what we are and how we're traveling.
how most of them gonna know who the hell they are when
Because they don't, because we've been miseducated and taught one thing from a left brain folks, and we're trying to operate it in the opposite on the opposite end. They don't know who they are either. They
no,
don't know nothing about themselves.
but you got to look at it, like this, King. Some of us are aware that we're moving, that we're coming from a left brain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of us are being taught the truth, but some of us don't give a shit. You ever hear somebody ignorant come to you and say, yo, I know the pork is gonna kill me, but man, it's good. You get some hot sauce, this chitlin, I'm gonna tear it up.
All right, Gabriel. So
Miss,
that's where you at, boy.
Mr. Jean, it's causing your arteries to clog up, but I don't care. I'm gonna eat it till I die.
Gotta die with something. How many times I've heard that said? How many times I've heard that saying? You smoking that cigarette, knowing it's key. I gotta die with something. Then go ahead and get emphysema and die,
I'm a,
fool.
I'm gonna die one day.
Yeah, what I mean, but why rush your time?
But look, the same people would turn around. Yeah, and I'm talking about us. This is funny. Not all of us, but us.
Yeah.
The same people would turn around, right? But like, yo, oh, he's a drunk. But you're sipping the same liquor that he got drunk off of. But you're cursing him. So you're acting like you're better than him. But when you walk outside, all they see is the same complexion.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
So what is the difference? He kicks a football or dribble a basketball.
Or throw a ball.
Yeah, you work in finance. You're a doctor or whatever, but you think they don't look at y'all the same? Think they give a shit about the fiat currency you own or how many zeros you have digitally?
Well, when we say they, who we talking about? Who's the they?
Who's the they?
Yeah.
The unaligned ones. We want to say that.
I call them the culture chiefs. They the ones that think they're running shit. So the culture chiefs, because they don't give a shit, because like I told y'all earlier, the real culture chiefs, you don't even see them. These
don't even know what they look like.
You don't know, and you won't get close to them because they have told another realm. They walk by you and you wouldn't even know them.
You wouldn't even know it. But if you pull the curtain back,
you let that veil.
If you can get to the eyes and pull the curtain back, you see what it looks like.
Yeah, I was talking earlier today, Rich, when I had them to look up the WZO, the World Zionist Organization. Mm-hmm. You know, and we looked them up and seen what they were running. And with 14 million in the world, and they're running all the economies, the press, and everything.
Hello.
Run around, they get talking crazy, and they actually got the finger on the pulse of the world.
And now
they keep us scrambling eggs. How you think they can shut the world down? And they've all supposed to be enemies.
And now we confide with, oh, let's make Juneteenth an holiday. Oh, let me get Kwanzaa. Let me get this. Let me get that.
But then you got to get permission to do that.
Look, when they made the N-word a law, wasn't no black people in the room. Wasn't none of us in the room when they made the N-word against the law. They made nigga the N-word. You know where that came from. That came from when OJ got off and Mark Furman in his deposition said nigga so many times. It's like, this not going to happen to a nigga again.
But it goes deeper than that, Rich. Niggard.
No, that is the cause.
No, niggard, right? Niggard, right? It's a stingy person. Why would you want to call a nigger?
Well, why would they add an extra G when the original word is Niger without critical marks?
Nigger was the name. The nigger was the name of us until Mark Twain named Nigger Jim.
Watch this. Now I'm going back to this book I told you about earlier, that thing called the Bible, right? And Acts the 13th chapter, verse 1 and 2, that word appears in scripture. And the niggers was in charge of the church at Antioch, and they were first called Christians at Antioch, and the nigger was in charge of the so-called Christians at Antioch. The word Barnabas and Simon called nigger, Niger, was the priest at the church at Antioch. That's Acts 13 chapter verse 1 and 2. It's in the book.
Yeah, whose version of the book we talking about?
But remember, the one about to claim they follow the King James. And these are writing of Paul, of Luke, and all of them, chasing these illusions, and we accept those things as real, and that becomes our thinking, and now the ego kicks in. We run around chasing the illusion of it. Well, it's in the book. I told you what's holy about the book.
Hey, we want to be a part so bad. We took on a battle that don't belong to us.
Thank you. I showed that earlier. We was talking. You and I and Shanae was talking earlier. It ain't even none of our fight, but we in it anyway. we so tired to mouse at the neighbor call. We don't want to go.
Remember what Malcolm said? If the house Negro. Oh, master, we sick.
We sick.
We sick.
Yeah.
Y'all remember the movie Frankenstein?
Yeah, I do.
Now, this is now for the young bucks out there. This was a story about a man who went to the graveyard
And
and
got
put
over.
pieces of bodies together and made a man. And they went to a college, a university of science and medical, and they stole a brain from there and they made a man. And the Dr. Frankenstein made this man out of dead body parts.
Right,
And when the body came along, they called him Frankenstein's monster, named after his master.
right.
Now, everybody was terrified of this monster, but the monster was terrified of the one that made him.
Just
Wow.
you had to
How
get
does
the you had
how
to get
does
the
that
electrical, you had to get the electrical vote to bring him to life. When he stood up, he was scared of. Yeah, you're right. Scared of the man that created him because he what?
Right,
He was
right.
smart.
That's what. Yep. That's why we fight everybody. It's just like we fight everybody except our master.
That's right.
He the one created all of this negativity. He the one created all of this negative energy, and it's like a crazy dog that everybody's scared of. But that dog is a wimp when it comes to his master.
we sick, Rich? We sick. The
Yeah,
house, master, the
because
house is on fire.
One of my good
you'll
friends, Doctor,
you'll leave your burning house. You'll leave your burning house to put the master house up.
ain't that a snap?
You go fringe my nuts to save his house.
But just like the hallway money. Yeah, you got $1 million, but they're giving you 5,000 to go to Jamaica to have fun and straighten it out. And so to stop you from marching, they'll make Juneteenth a holiday.
And we gonna move a couple statues down. So I got something to say. Hold on, Baba.
Okay,
Um, I'm gonna take a couple statues down, right? But what policies are being changed to
nah,
benefit you?
nah.
They're giving you they're putting a band-aid on a wound. What do
Ain't,
you do? What do you do to a wound? You have to stitch it. You gotta close it. A band-aid ain't gonna cover it, right?
but it won't. Okay.
Go ahead, Bob.
No, but I'm looking at this thing called June 10th, right? And which I'm from Texas. I mean, in 1981, my second wife lost her first cousin out of a place called Comanche Crossing outside of Texas. It was about 20,000 Negroes out there were celebrating. These kids were smoking some dope, and the police handcuffed them, put them on a little old boat, and was going across the lake to the other side. And the boat flipped over. The three kids drowned, and the cops come out, and nobody tried to help them, right? So that shut Juneteenth down. Cause back in the day, we pack it out. You be there for a whole week. But my point is this: they said that the Emancipation Proclamation was passed on in January 1863. When did the damn war end? 1865. How the hell you been free and the war is still going on? Didn't you
But
say? Didn't you say you
you
go to you send Gardner over to Texas to Galveston? He get out and he go tell them they free. You know how big Texas is, the land mass. But you go to Galveston and tell some nigga you free, and in all Texas, all Texas gonna be free? And you fall for the okie doke. Now you come back 950 years later, wanted approved for a holiday. Why you need permission? Do like the Jews do. Do your thing. Don't give a damn who don't like it. They have Rosh Hashanah, Hanukkah, all these holy days. They don't ask for approval. You ask for the right to have Kwanzaa. You want the government to approve it. Who give a damn? It's yours. Do what you do. The Chinese don't ask for permission to do Chinese holidays. It's close their business. But see, you don't own no business.
It's funny they don't even celebrate it with the rest of the world. They celebrate it
No,
differently. You know, it's funny too. Like it goes back to a lot of things too. You don't even see them eat their own food that they serve you. But
no, they know better.
that's another topic for another day. You're not even worth the dog that they consume. That's a delicacy.
you
Yeah, they
know
got
this ego thing is when you serve. So well, people that's listening, the people that know me, they know how I talk. But the people that's listening, you know, this is my views. It's not meant to roll the deck views. We agree on some things. We disagree on some things. I'm a political atheist, so it's like when you feed it when you feed in somebody else's ego, which what we do in America,
Mm-hmm.
you will never pay off or own anything.
All right.
You live an illusion of see. We buy into a. You got to stand in awe of
Mm.
the illusions that they set you up with from birth, and it just perpetuates generation after generation, because nobody ever stands up against this naked so-called ego king.
Mm-hmm.
Politicians, the all of this stuff is an illusion. It's an illusion. You agree to follow these. Look, these these people have two legs, two arms, just like you. They live and they pass away. Why? When you follow somebody's ego, it's like a job. This is why I hate jobs, because you're just an extension of somebody's idea. You just a pair of pliers. Now it has its place. You need a job. You need shelter, food, and transportation. But you got to revolt against it correctly, because you just postponing your collapse. It and if you don't like something, that's the spirit telling you to get out of there. But when you start making ideas and excuses, okay, we're gonna stop revolting, and they made Juneteenth, they gave us this stamp, they gave us this holiday, they
They,
gave us this. And
they.
But wait,
you know,
you're
Wow.
gonna you're gonna be satisfied for a week, and then next week again they're gonna one of us gonna drop out again, and then we're gonna get
it's
mad again and
like,
do the same thing all over again. It's like we
right,
playing the
you,
same
you
game.
gotta stop. You gotta stop being. See, what we're doing is learning how to live with disorder. But the illusion is, see, they flip it. See,
Mm.
they're not smart. They're clever.
Mm-hmm.
They're clever to keep you satisfied with a cell phone that can start your car and make your bed. And they keep you comfortable with this illusion of ownership, with this illusion of we we as a people done everything we needed to do, and we still don't have anything. So that right there tells you why would
Wait,
somebody why would somebody help you who put you in chains?
Mm-hmm. If they won't treat you right, they won't teach you right.
but wait. Isn't this a damn pandemic?
Yeah. Who created the pandemic?
No. Wait, it's a pandemic, right?
Yeah. And
Everybody's supposed to
and
be on house arrest, Baba. Everybody's supposed to be on house arrest. Aren't they marching outside and kicking down
man, look,
statues?
man.
Wait, wait.
Ain't
Wait,
them folks at Trump's rally up in Oklahoma
wait. They ain't come back yet and said that the virus is out of control now. That it started
spiking again?
it started spiking again.
They didn't get their numbers the first time around.
Oh no, so they're gonna get their numbers now.
They got to get the numbers.
Oh, interesting.
Isn't it
Mm.
ironic that when the so-called Mexicans start coming over, they change their name from Mexican to Hispanics? Hispanic.
His
His
panic.
his
Hey, what about hey? When did the Romans become Italians?
that ain't that a good one?
Hey, when did the Aborigines became black?
Good question.
When did uh somebody got a name if you against them? Anti-Semitic. If you call people niggas and disrespect that, do we have a name for it? You
Now,
were anti-Semite.
now you know what? If that's a word get examined. Anti-Semitic. The word Semite is the word Semitic, which means the language. So I'm anti-language, right?
Oh, do you guys know about the original term of a racist, right? Yeah, I know what the
Yeah,
original meaning of a racist is. One that actually loves its own people.
on people,
Oh, when did that change to?
hatred, disliking of another race.
Oh, okay. So is it a bad thing if a so-called Aborigine, a so-called black man, is racist?
I tell people all the time, I'm a racist, but I'm not a bigot.
What's the difference?
Well, I don't control your life, your livelihood, or your wealth, or your where you at. But I do love my own race. If I'm a chemist, biologist, I'm a racist, but I'm not a bigot. And we have systemic bigotry going on. That's hatred for somebody else to try to lessen their lifestyle or make them insignificant.
But wait, you gotta change it up because somebody ego might say you're speaking hatred.
How do you speak hate? How do you speak
rhetoric, right?
Rhetoric. How do you speak hatred?
Their ego won't let them to dig deeper and or process what it really is. They're gonna make it into something it's not. It's kind of like that Dave Chappelle special. He was like, imagine a 6'9" Chinese. Oh no, I'm not Chinese. I'm black.
Well, so they want to play the victim role to perpetuate their position. So you say that because I say that I'm not a racist, but I'm a bigot, that now you're insulted. That's like, here's a funny thing. And I play with the book because everybody say they believe in this book and trust this book and don't even understand what's in the book. The Christians say you're anti-Christ, right? If you don't believe in Jesus, the Christ, you're antichrist, right? We're like anti-Semitic. Mm-hmm. Have you ever read Matthew 16, chapter verse 20? Have you ever read Matthew 24, chapter verse 4 and verse 20? Luke 9 and 1, all in different verses. He said, I am not the Christ, and don't believe it. What they make him?
Anti himself.
Anti-self. Come on.
Hey, but look at this, right? Like I said, egocentricity, right? So yeah. So here's an example. I'm gonna use you as an example, Rich. So Rich is against guns, right?
Okay.
But Rich walks down the block and he runs into Baba, the big bad wolf. Mm-hmm. Baba puts him on his ass. Rich is against guns, but Jermaine has all the guns. But Rich comes to Jermaine and like, yo, Baba just whipped my ass, the big bad wolf down the street. You got your gun on deck. So here comes Jermaine with the gun to defend Rich. So Rich only like guns when it's beneficial to Rich.
That sounds familiar, don't it?
Oh.
That sounds real familiar.
What you call that, Rich?
What do our people make guns?
No, but just show you how the ego. I'm gonna show you how the ego work. Egocentricity is some feminist, man.
That ego is big.
Greedy. I love you, Baba.
Hey, Baba. He may not come when I call, but he's always on time.
Y'all to quit.
Oh
man.
Go ahead, Rich.
Is as a black man, they putting all of our brothers and sisters in jail for cocaine and guns,
mm-hmm.
and we don't even make them.
Right.
They got cocaine on them, but the people that they're arresting don't even have a passport to where cocaine is grown.
But wait. Let's set Colombia to the side for a sec, Rich. Wait, look at it. Look at this, right? Look at this. So remember when in New York City, right? What year was this? Was it in the 70s, the 80s? There was a drug going in and out our neighborhoods, and our parents were becoming
7-Up. Tell them about the 7-Up, Baba.
Addicts and stuff, right?
That's 7-Up.
And then don't even talk about Coca-Cola. And
man, yeah.
And then matter of fact, let's keep it to marijuana. And then remember, for a little piece of bud like this, dudes is getting football numbers for weed, right? Now you go to LA. What do they have in LA? There's a dispensary on almost every damn corner.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the face of the dispensary?
Okay.
White. Mhm.
A black man still in jail doing
Life.
numbers for this,
We
right?
dealing with the we dealing with the biggest ego that's out there. The king of double standard.
Mm-hmm.
They sell you alcohol and pull you over for drunk driving.
Only when it benefits him.
Whoa, wait a minute.
They'll write down every man created equal, and then they go tell a slave to go get him a sandwich. Right.
Wait a minute. Where everybody go to this place to get their drugs? And they call a drugstore?
Mhm.
Wait, it's legal.
But you go to place it's called a drugstore to get your drugs. But you go to the cat on the corner and lock up because he's operating illegally. But the dude,
Oh wait, so they got a license to
do what?
to poison you.
But the cat on the corner, who's a drug dealer, okay,
What did they call 007?
The agent,
A license to what? He had a license to what?
license to kill, right? Only if it benefits them. That's how the ego works, and that's
What
how.
what is an apothecary?
What's a what?
What's an apothecary?
I'm still.
That's like a herb shop, isn't it?
Apothecary was a pharmacist. And the Jews
Okay.
said, make your sons and daughters doctors and apothecary that you may take away the Christian's life. That's in protocol. Shanae read it earlier. You remember she read it the day earlier. The word is apothecary. You walk in a lot of pharmacies, the word apothecary is on the wall, which means what? To take away your life.
Plain sight, right?
Hey, plain sight.
Come down
And
to
that's
the
what they do.
come down to the hospitals. We'll take care of you.
It's a sorcery. It's sorcery nobody looks into.
Yeah.
But y'all don't
You know,
pay attention.
but they like put it in your face.
Yeah.
Even in the Bible, in Genesis, what do it say about the herbs, Baba? It says the herbs are for the healing of what?
Of the nation.
Nation.
Yeah. The healing. It's there for that purpose. But
Why is Christians taking medication?
yeah, because you know,
Hey man, y'all better mind.
well, you see, the old book was done away with. Like I asked today, why is it that the Zionist Jews only has 24 books in their book and run the world, and you got 66 don't run shit?
That's why you got a lot of toilet paper. It's a
Yeah,
pandemic.
boy. The Zionist Jews has in their Tanakh is only 24 books. It stops at Chronicles. Why your book has 66 book in it, and you don't run nothing?
Oh, yes, they do. They run a lot.
Okay.
The ego the ego spit out shit through their mouth. They run that because they pops are dentists.
Yeah.
They run that a lot.
As soon as they get sick, they run to what? They run to the pharmacist. They run to the doctors to do what?
They went for their elbow, but their kidneys is failing now. Oh, and they get treated. Now they got a treatment for the kidneys, but they testicles is deflating, and then they gave them something else for their testicles, right? Yeah. And now their heart just stopped. You ever took your car to a bad mechanic?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He put some duct tape on that shit, right? Would you take it back to him?
No.
Your gasket just blow.
Yeah.
But look how deep y'all went into this. Y'all really showing the solution and the whole game to the people that's listening. See, the whole game of the big ego that you've been brainwashed to follow is it never ends. You never pay it off. It's like the carrot in front of the rabbit in the dog race. You'll never catch it.
Never.
Rich.
You'll die running after it.
Wizard of Oz, Rich. The Wizard of Oz, Rich. Talk about the Wizard of Oz. The whole time she want to go where?
She's trying to go home. And the Wizard of Oz is such a deep story. See, this is what I mean by they put it in your face. Just like the story of David and Goliath. They show you how to defeat the beast. But they said, we're going to program them so deep that they're not going to see what is clear. The story of the Wizard of Oz is about the Federal Reserve.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Rich, but
About that
wait,
whole everybody's chasing something. See, once you sacrifice home, it's a wrap.
but wait. Um,
What's the biggest ego out there today? The biggest ego. What's the biggest ego out there today? And it's got a and everybody use it and hide behind it.
you talking
Is it
about
a cell
you
phone?
talking about you talking
Nope.
about you talking about currency?
Nope.
What do you said everybody use it and
Yep.
hide
That's all you've been hearing all the week.
everybody use it and hide behind it. You talking about a
Yeah.
computer?
Nope.
Wait, what? Oh, you said everybody uses it and hides behind it. This is a puzzle that I'm not thinking right now. So go ahead. You might as well just come out with the answer.
The word is God. God.
Oh,
God said it. God did it. I thank God for it. It'll get all the credit, but you get none.
oh, snap!
Mm.
Wow, we couldn't think of that. It's right in our
Wow.
it's right in our faces, right?
And you ask them what is God's name, they can't even tell you.
But
No,
wait,
it's God doing it though.
though. Let's go a little bit deeper than that, right?
Okay.
I've always laughed at this. I've always laughed at the man that goes to work and busts his ass for 16 hours.
Uh-huh.
And I laugh at the woman that prepared a meal and gave somebody else thanks. No, they give two people thanks. They give God thanks first, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they turn around and give Amen Ra thanks afterwards.
Right.
How does Amen measure up to Christianity?
Because they don't know no better.
That's Rich fault.
The devil made me do it.
Man, your ego make you do it?
You see, and they all really think either on God or the devil, and they're all one and the same. Uh-oh.
You got people that will argue
Wait,
with
did
you.
you hear that? I say they're all one and the same.
We know.
Mm-hmm.
We know. You got people that will
But
argue you
somebody
down.
didn't get that. Somebody didn't get that. They're
Yeah,
all one in the same.
Yes, they are.
you got people that'll argue you down and tell you why the ego exists. They will tell you, yes, it exists. And then I look at them in their face like, how do you know? And then they start, what? What do you mean? What? Yeah, how do you know? Like, come on. Come on. Like, and I said this in the last live too. People still believe that we were created from dirt. And one of my rib was taken out and gave to the woman. But how many childbirths have you seen in your life?
I've seen about 14.
Where was the man? You a bad man. How many times did you see an extraction of a rib?
Not a single time when they opened it up and took it out of C-section and set to the side and pull the baby out behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Come on. With a C-section, they reach in there and open her up, crack her in, reach in there and pull it, set it out.
And I'm sorry, guys. Forgive me. This is not me. This is not of me. It's my ego that's laughing.
Okay, all right. Ego.
Y'all let me know when y'all get on masturbation.
What? You know what?
Hey,
really bad.
Hey, add another E to that and you get what? Add another E to ego, you get what? Man, y'all don't eat egos?
Yeah.
No.
Rich, you holistic? You don't eat egos? You don't eat all this poison that's out here? No?
You say add another E, you mean add another G? That's why you messed me up.
Come on, Queen. I'm retarded. It's not me that's speaking.
Because I was like, ego? Hey, yeah.
And another ego so that egg all the way out.
Yeah, y'all eat egos, right? See how retarded and special I am? I can't even spell, and I could blame that on my ego.
Hey,
Okay.
that, that's what the government does. They never admit when they're wrong, do they?
My mistake. My mistake. My mistake.
Politicians, politicians, they always got us waiting. They always got us waiting. It's always that's why I was talking to a person the other night. They was like, "Well, how am I getting out of this? And how are we getting out of this out of as a people?" And I said, "How old are you?" And they're like, "Well, I'll be 50 next month, and I got to get out of this and that. I'm tired of working. I'm tired of this." It was so many sick and tired. I was like, "Oh my God!" You got to get rid of the illusions because they get you with these illusions, all this propaganda, and you sign yourself over. I'm not talking about people on the planet or on the platform, but the people that's listening, they sell us all these illusions. That's all they do. That's why I'm a political atheist. All they do is sell you more illusions to perpetuate this ego. They perpetuate. When you call yourself supremacist, that's the biggest ego statement you can make.
Mm-hmm.
And they just perpetuate and they just sell you illusion. You got to stand in awe. And they don't even wait for you to become an adult. As soon as you old enough to have any kind of um, observation going in terms of where you can really start reasoning, they sell you the illusion of Santa Claus, Peter Rabbit, and all these
That's
nursery rhymes, and you get used to problems and illusions.
that's why we gotta actually aim to protect our children. They're
Mm-hmm.
they're
That's
they're
it. That's it.
they're
That's
after
it. Right.
they're after them.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
See,
And
special.
anybody out there that's thinking about revolution, you got to think about the generations after you. You can't think it was right now.
So
'Cause right now, it's got to get ugly.
Mm.
Revolution don't come easy.
nobody was singing "Kumbayas" and so on and so forth.
We
You gotta.
gotta overcome. We gotta overcome, saying we shall overcome.
They saying we should overcome Kumbaya and showed up. But like I was telling you earlier, uh, we can't keep sending our children to the oppressor school to educate our children. What do they think you're gonna come back? You got folks sent their kids to the Catholic church and they come back, they didn't care about the parent.
Hey, we was talking about
Mm-hmm.
this before Baba joined the platform regularly. I was telling them, do you see lions sending their cubs to hyena school?
Heck no.
Mm-mm.
Now, just imagine, kings and queens, if the lion sends his cubs to go to hyena school because he's too busy with the gazelle or something, somebody to watch the den, and then those lions grow up hyenas, and how they gonna tell them how to be a lion now?
All right.
Now they fighting against each other. What do that remind you of?
Hmm.
The
You
ego.
can't
That's
send.
good.
You can't. It's like telling one of our brothers and sisters to eat right, to stand up right. They only know hyena language.
But Rich, that's the same thing. We mentioned this in like multiple different ways. We did it jokingly, we did it seriously, and we came back to jokes.
Yes,
We
but that's the problem that we've done it all. We've done everything that America asked us, and
And
we've succeeded at everything. We built America,
Mm-hmm.
and so now there's only one. There's only it's got to be action because we done said and talked, and nobody can say any more than what Malcolm and Marcus Garvey said.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
So you either scared
what did they say?
or they said you have to separate by any means necessary. That's the bottom line of everything they said.
How you want me to separate when I'm fighting for equality with this man right here? What are you talking about? I want to
See,
be
you
equal.
oh,
see,
that's the illusion.
I
there
want
you
to.
go.
I
There's
want
the illusion.
I want to keep up with the Joneses, but I don't know who the Joneses are, man.
There's the illusion.
What you mean, man? Separation, man. I want what he wants, man.
There's the illusion.
I want his wife. I want his house. I want his money. Like, what are you talking about, King?
That's the illusion.
You will never,
Yeah.
you will never, whatever you paying, you will never pay it off.
That's right.
Because it's tied to where?
Death and taxes.
Where that's tied to where? Is it here in America or it's abroad?
It's tied all over.
The queen gets a cut of that. The church gets a cut of that.
It's because she make about $380 million a day in interest.
That's just interest.
Just the interest.
Wow. That seal on your birth certificate.
All that the chick cleaning up on a daily basis. You have to worry about nothing.
Oh, okay. So those laws ain't real. Those are maritime laws.
What's the
word? The word is illusion.
Oh, I thought we were talking about it's the same thing. Okay. You guys are funny, man. I like you guys. You guys are really funny. You guys are awesome.
Illusion.
How is it that the Pope in the Vatican is a country, a smaller thing, his own army, airport, and thing, and we have black folks on our own airport and army?
Hey, man. Wait, how does the Pope pray to a woman that looks like you, but you don't even worship your own woman? But what do I know, right?
Yeah, what do we know?
It's not me speaking, it's the ego.
Yeah, what do we know?
Hi, Queen Pache. How you doing today? Oh, Sean, what's up, King? Salute to you.
What's going on?
How you
doing,
Queen?
Greetings, kings.
Yeah, let me talk to you, beautiful face on the platform. Okay. How was your day?
It was all right. I ended up having a bad headache, but all is well. So
your ego was trying to get out, or I'm sorry.
No, not necessarily. For some strange reason, I haven't been resting well, and I think it's catching up with me. So I have like a nice little headache going on, but all is well, man. I had to come on and be amongst my kings.
Okay. So did you detox before you came on board?
I did.
You did? You detoxed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, this is not Jermaine talking. It's my ego. So, what that guy said? What that guy said in the Boondocks? I like you. I want you. Oh, appreciate. I'm talking to you. I like you.
Okay. All right.
I want you. And you can give it the easy way. It can do it the hard way. Now you.
What? Boy.
That's how I look at society. That's how I look at everything that's going on right now.
Yeah. That's funny.
I gotta sell it.
Right.
Rich told me I was good at this.
Well, yeah. I mean, you are.
It's his fault. I'm not gonna take accountability. This is not Jermaine speaking.
So, okay, it's the ego. Okay, I got you. I remember.
Rich. I told him he was gonna mess around and create a monster, but he ain't believe it.
Oh, it's growing and growing.
Man, it's starting to walk. It's starting to walk beside me. You see it over there? It's sitting there looking at me. It's cute, right?
Wow.
A whole nother screen.
You got a whole nother screen in the background. Yes, we see it.
Man, I gotta go. I'm gonna go get my ego. Hold on.
Go get it, man.
He's going to get Baba. He is going to get the ego, Baba.
I'm gonna go get
Here you go. Put it up. Put it up there. Show him what's up.
Ego. Hey,
show him what's up.
Say hi.
Yeah. That's be up there.
See him? All right. Enough. I gotta go back in your corner.
That's dope, though. That's dope.
You're getting too big for your britches. We got it.
I want to see that behind you.
And no, we
want to see that behind you next week.
Yeah, I play too much.
Nah.
Yeah, it needs to be on that wall back there by that door.
Yeah, I play too much. It's everywhere, though. Look, it's everywhere. Okay. All right. It's everywhere. Podcast coming soon, guys. We working.
Absolutely.
But Queen Pache.
Yes.
How's your ego? Is she 20 or is she still 19? What's going on with your ego?
My ego is about 33. Yeah. My ego is about 33.
how does your ego feel about what's going on right now?
As far as like what's going on in our society at this moment.
Yeah, she liked the fact that we're fighting for crumbs.
My ego is laying low and just watching to see us. I mean, because my thing of it is the vibrations that we putting out in the atmosphere, right?
Hmm.
Baba and I were talking about that uh about last week, I think it was. The vibration of the phrase "I can't breathe," and to have it resonate throughout the atmosphere. What is that saying? How does that come back? Instead of speaking something positive. And the way I'm looking at everything right now, because like you said, I'm in total agreement. It is crumbs. And, they already know strategically exactly what we're going to do. And it's when we're not in the street, when we're inside and we're holding our secret meetings and things like that, that things will get done, in whatever fashion that may be. But we always reveal what it is we're going to do. We always do it. And if we're walking out in the street, they know exactly what's going on. Just like, now, of course, COVID-19 is supposed to be making a second round, and so that's going to be their reason for shutting down the protest or what have you. But it's just all smokes and mirrors, you
Oh,
know. Yeah, it's really all smokes and mirrors. If we have, big ups to the people that are on the front line doing what they do. Big ups to you, but I don't see where the change is going to be made. Um, yeah, not in the public sense. It's going to have to be behind closed doors where great minds get together and we start making some changes. We start pulling our kids out of these public schools and we come together and we start creating our own schools, our own homeschool facilities, figure out ways of how to finance uh, our own Black owned businesses and build up our own neighborhoods and recycling our money in our own community. But that's going to have to happen, you know not in the public eye. We're going to have to create a meeting of the minds to get shit done. So
Question.
yes.
I thought the quote unquote African American community is worth about 3 point something $trillion. Why
Well,
we got if we had close to $3 trillion in our family, and we're looking for money somewhere else. And if you look at the WZO, they raise $1 billion a year at their meetings. And so it's what's more, a billion or a trillion? Which is the most? I mean, help me out. I'm ignorant. Which is most, a
uh,
billion or a trillion?
trillion
So
trillion is more.
so
they
if they
said that.
got so if the WZO, which is the World Zionist, is raising $1 billion, we have to support their community, and we're wasting 3 trillion. What are we looking for?
Oh, Baba, they said that's a myth. That's not
What's the
real.
myth?
That spending power is fake.
Yeah, right.
It's a hoax.
Okay.
Mm,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you tell folks spending it that, okay?
They got books that says that's a hoax.
Well, and who wrote the
that's
book?
a lot.
That's that's
Right.
that's
Who,
pseudo.
yeah, who wrote the books?
The Versace and the cars and the house don't cost that much, Baba.
Okay,
This chain
right.
don't
Okay.
cost that
You
much.
run around, if you run out with knockoffs, you're paying something.
My bust down don't cost that much. Nah,
Okay,
it's not a bust
right.
down. It's just an AX. It don't
So
cost
you
that.
don't, control your own. So you don't control your own wealth. So how you gonna control your destiny?
I'm not as rich as Lamar, all right?
Rich Lamar. But my question is, if you don't control your own economics, how you gonna control your destiny?
Because I'm not as
Right.
rich as Lamar.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
I asked it again. If you don't control your own economics, how are you going to control your destiny?
I'm gonna keep
You
saying it.
can't.
I'm gonna keep saying it
No.
until he answerly respond, because that question is pertaining to him. That was a tag team, like tag. You never watch wrestling, Rich? When you was eating the chicken wings, I know you used to watch wrestling. Come on. Or is that your ego?
Yeah. See, I'm still trying to figure it out because we talk about all this, what we don't have, what we need, and we're steady spending what we don't have. Unless,
But we're ungrateful, King, because we don't look at what we have.
uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Then what we need to do is go and look at those that has a plan and see what kind of plan they have in motion, either duplicate it or be a part of it.
But look, I'm they don't study nothing.
We need to
Study
do a what's the cat name? Sammy Davis Jr.
What about him?
indoctrinate
Sammy
himself
Davis Jr.
into
Uh-huh.
indoctrination.
He converted to Judaism and started run with the Rat Pack and got to be a rich millionaire. That's what he did. He joined with
Oh
them.
wow.
You know,
Hey,
he
listen,
got in the
listen.
game.
In
See,
Vegas,
Wow.
in
in
Vegas,
Vegas,
they ran Vegas, all them other places. So come on. And this nigga was marrying white women back when it was illegal to marry and getting away with it.
I used to play. I used to play with somebody who played with in Sammy Davis Jr. band, right?
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Now, Sammy Davis Jr. was a genius. All right.
right,
Uh-huh.
Not only did he sing and do comedy, he played every instrument, and he was a gunslinger too. He taught Clint Eastwood how to do his
right,
westerns,
right. Uh-huh.
and so we got to talking, and he showed me something that Sammy Davis Jr. gave him, right?
Uh,
And I was like, man, what's the horns about? He says Sammy Davis Jr. worshiped the devil. And
What?
that sounds funny, but it is true. It is absolutely true. You talk to anybody who knew Sammy Davis Jr. He actually worshipped the devil, and he would tell you that because Sammy Davis he used to live in Vegas when Vegas was really really booming. Sammy
yeah,
Rat Pack and all
right.
that stuff was
Rat Pack,
going on.
yeah, yeah.
And Sammy Davis used to tell people, that the devil was just as powerful as God, and he would always say it, and he had there's a lot of that going on, and people never, it is strange how, people don't know how Hollywood really got started, how, the sorcery. Me and Pache touched on it a little bit, but,
Mm-hmm.
in order, we as a people are great people. We created so much, do so much. And how can we let something control us like that? Because we overlook the sorcery. A lot of sorcery, hidden sorcery going on.
But wait, who created that?
Well, it wasn't none,
You sure?
but it's like you buy into stuff that you don't know you buying. They, it's like somebody buying a car and don't realize they buying a lemon. See, whenever you sign a contract or sign anything over, part of your soul is going to that. That's why they call it a mortgage. You never pay it off. You
But
know,
wait, you go deeper if you was it if you read the act of how money comes into play, right? What was it, like 1913? Baba, the Jackal Island, and so on and so forth. When they took the
the
feds
Federal
into
Reserve was 19 when they sold the country out. It was 1913.
19,
What
yeah.
to the
okay.
Federal Reserve.
Okay, do you know if you go on the irs.com and you read the act of 1913, right? They will tell you that money only exists because we deem it so. And when they removed the goals, they had to create a standard for everybody to be able to pay their bills off, correct? And so why you think your signature is so important?
Hmm.
Right. But look at the sorcery though. See, stop looking at the document and look at the sorcery. See, is
Um.
But the
there's
document is a sorcery, Rich.
yeah, but look at the it's no don't look at the medication, look at the side effects.
Your
If
debt
somebody
is
says if
dead.
somebody says right, that is sorcery.
It's dead. A debt
That
pledge.
that D as in dog, E as in Edward, B as in boy, T as in time is is the greatest sorcery out there. Because as
Yeah.
long as you indebted to something, you would never find or be you. You would never find. Any nirvana, you will never, you will always be confused your whole life because you don't have time. Everything is debt. Everything is debt, and you never pay it off. You never pay it off. They give you the illusion that you own.
Because it's an IOU.
Yeah. So there you go. So it just perpetuates, and but blood has to be with it. So after 1913, what happened? World War One. It's got to be bloodshed. Every big deal. That's what coronavirus is about. You look at every 20 some odd years, there's bloodshed. Last 20 something years ago was the Twin Towers. Now people have to give blood, and the life as we know it by 2023 gonna be totally changed. This is the
2023.
movement of sorcery. That Yep, just like 1963 JFK. That was a sorcery hit. 11/22. See the 33 Masons.
Yo, these people is fond of astrology, aren't they?
They've been on this for centuries. We just getting wind of it, but they stay on schedule,
Eh,
But they're not gonna win because spirit. You have to just stay spiritual. Guns don't mean shit no more. I mean, the guns that people got, it don't mean anything. They got ways of killing you. The guns that you buying, they got a chip in it to blow up if you try to shoot them.
Hey man, let's talk about this spell first. Let's talk about grammar and why grammar is actually um word for grimoire, and the language we're using is a spell. It,
The English language is the only language that don't have a rhythm.
it's not even English, King. We stuck between Latin, German, Roman.
Yeah, but when they say spell the word out, see, and it's the only language that has authentic words, curse words. See, people don't look into that. Every time you say one of the words, you cursing yourself and you cursing whatever you say. You might not see it then,
Mhm.
but and a lot of people look at it. They say I'm working, I'm doing everything right, but everything turned out wrong. See, that sorcery is a deep, deep thing, but something that you bought into unaware. You know, it's that's why you really need quiet time to meditate and to really look at yourself because people are selling themselves, selling their own right to be free. And after that, it's a wrap. You always looking and seeking something you never find. It's a they turn you around from the finish line. So the more the more activity you do and the more you run, you're going further and further away from where you're supposed to be. But they start with the illusion. They start with the illusion of you owning something. They start with the illusion of you running something. It's an illusion because you never pay off your house. Because if you don't pay the taxes and the water, and it's always something that you got to pay to keep it. It's like what me and Baba was saying earlier. When you're young, you see this beautiful planet, and you can't wait to get 21 and 18. And then when you get 21 and you keep getting older, you keep getting more and more bosses. And then one day you look at, I wish I was young again. It's just you got to stand in awe of the illusions that people bought into. You got to stand in awe of these illusions. Once you get rid of the illusion, that's when, I mean, that's how I was healed. I didn't go to a psychiatrist. A doctor didn't heal me. But when I got rid of the illusion and all my conditioning, that's when the spirit of healing could heal me. I, I was blocking it myself.
It's funny, man.
But these illusions gotta go. I mean, I hate to say it, I don't attack religion and all of that stuff, but you guys ever wait for somebody and find out that they not coming?
Hey,
Or like,
wait,
maybe they're not showing up.
call waiting on your pops. Call waiting on your pops. Remember when the pops tell you who was coming? Sit on the stoop.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's the most heart wrenching thing. I've seen kids do that.
That's
I've
how
seen
they
kids do that.
this how they move, Rich. That's how they move.
There you go. Screaming Jay.
I put a spell on you.
Screaming Jay.
Need to study the cause you're mine.
Don't get scared, y'all.
Stop the things you do. Ego. Watch out! I ain't lying.
That's Baba on the drums. Y'all know that.
I can't stand. Let me stop, man. Let me stop.
Yo, that's the jam, man.
Let me stop, man.
That's wild. That's wild.
Y'all know that's Baba. Baba on the drums on that recording. Y'all know that, right?
Baba, are you serious? That's not you. They
That's Baba on
playing.
the drums.
No, it's not. Baba, is it really?
Don't tell him, Baba. Baba got this.
Hey,
Y'all play too much.
She said that wasn't Baba. That was his ego.
Yeah, the ego.
Yes, indeed.
Well, that's wild, man.
Hey guys, we got 3 minutes to do a closing.
All right, fantastic.
Baba, what would your closing be, Baba?
My closing would be get rid of the illusion. Get rid of the illusion. First of all, I'll start with the illusion yourself in the mirror because it's not you you're looking at. It's an illusion. So get rid of the illusion. Then find yourself. With my word.
Queen Prochet. Who we talking to? Souffle Butter or Miss Gibson? Which one?
You'll be talking to Shay. So
Shay.
this is Shay speaking right now. This is yeah. So I'm late to the party, but if I were to say something about the topic at hand, I would say um, take all of your time, not just some of your time. Take all of your time to really sit down and look at who you are, um, get within self, and to draw some sort of conclusion as to who you are as a person, who you are as a king, who you are as a queen, and what um, royal gifts that you have that's going to elevate you and your lineage. I think once we get out of way of self, the ego itself would dissipate. But we have to know who we are and to gain some sort of direction. We can't lead anybody anywhere, and we can't possibly get our lineage where it needs to be if we don't know who we are. So I would say, please take time, take all of your time, and get to know self. Yeah.
You muted, King,
How you know I was talking to you?
because I read lips.
Mm.
But look, the bottom line is uh the brother said illusion. See, you got to know the difference between illusion and what's actual. But how does that illusion start? We get distracted early, you know. And when somebody's distracted from your inner light, it, that's where insecurity comes from. So the ego is the manifestation of this insecurity. And I always tell people, because now life is so complicated. Where do you start? How do you tell somebody to go forward, but how do they go forward when they don't know which way they're facing? It's like life is so complicated now. People say, "Well, God gonna fix it," or they just escape with these little lines and stuff. But we have to know the action of not to let this illusion go anymore. So I always tell people, what we stop has more value than what we try to seek and start. So we have to stop the distractions. You have to get some quiet time every day and listen to that light inside you. Because everybody inside has a light, and you have to get rid of the distractions. And only you know that. Only you know uh, what you're lying to yourself about. And that's what it takes. Because an illusion is something. Every evil work is an illusion. Every evil work is an ego. That there no relationship can survive with ego. Every evil work is an ego, because it knows nothing sacred to it, and it has no father, no sister, no brother. It just consumed with itself, so it's only concerned with itself. So stop the illusion by stop the distractions. Get rid of what you know you need to get rid of, whether it's eating wrong or thinking wrong, or who you're doing wrong, who you're lying to. And that's what healed me. When I stopped doing the wrong things, the right thing happened all by itself. And I and how did I know the wrong things? The wrong things was the things that was causing my confusion, that was keeping me complicated and conflictual. So I just cleared my mind by getting rid of all my conditioning. What everybody tried to tell me and teach me, I just looked at me. I said, it's my fault. And then I start opening up. The universe just opened me up. So, look into yourself, and the disorder that you know about, stop it now. And then order will take its place. But that all starts with, you have to first uh, see that you're living in an illusion. So get rid of your debt. Get rid of that debt too. And that is just not financial. Debt could be, don't be indebted to anybody as favors. Don't be indebted to anybody financial. Don't be in debt to any religion. Get rid of all the debt, and all the doors will open. Because debt is sorcery. Debt is sorcery. Don't live in debt.
Well stated. Well stated. For me, I have nothing. I've given it all on the platform. I don't have any final words for you at
Well,
all.
you summed it up during the show.
At all. At all whatsoever. In actuality,
Well,
I
you got some
really,
things coming up on Mental Rolodeck.
I really, I really wanted
Uh
to.
oh.
Let me stop being a cornball. But seriously, um, guys, there's a podcast in the works. I want to thank everybody for being a part of the show. I also want to tell y'all, as usual, um, if you want to be a part of Mental Rolodeck, please send me a friend request at King Jermaine on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter and IG at MEN-talRollaDeK. Like and subscribe on YouTube at MEN-talRollaDeK. And to, I can't end it like this, but sincerely, guys, hold yourself accountable. Stand tall within your accountability. Be brave within your accountability. Don't be stagnant. Remove your mechanical defects. You're not rigid. You're a vibrational being. You love, you cry, you feel, you express, you soothe, you're warm, you're powerful beyond measure. Be great in every step you take. Inner over and understand that your eyes only see as far as your feet takes you. Inner, under, and overstand that the opportunity to create worlds and reality starts within your consciousness. Be secure within every fiber of your being. Be strong within your heart. Stay focused. Look deeper. Remove the veil and see the illusion for what it is. There is no such thing as ego. And with that being stated, I say peace. And good night.
Peace.
Positive energy to all.